In this lesson, we are going to make this classic pearl choker necklace. The required materials are 157 Swarovski pearl 4mm. I'm going to use the cream color this time. Then also Swarovski pearl 6mm, 17 of them also in cream color. Then 34 of Swarovski Bicon style 5301 4mm beads. I'm going to use a crystal AB color. Then about 400 to 500 of size 11 seed beads. I'm going to use a silver line clear seed bead. Then you will need the 2 crumb shells, 2 jump rings, 1 spring ring, 1 extender. Then we are going to use 2 different lengths of the monofilament string. One should be 46 inches long and the other one should be 60 inches long. We are going to make a choker necklace of 13 to 15 inches long. I think you already know, but the choker necklace is just a tight attached to your neck. So it's very short length. But if you want to adjust the length, you can use a much longer extender to adjust it. Then we will need the round nose plier or bent nose plier, flash cutter, and if you have the GS Hypo cement. First, we are going to make this base part using seed beads and 4mm beads. So what I'm gonna do is using the 46 inches long monofilament string. Then pick 1 seed bead with your right string. Then bring this seed bead about the middle of the string. Then pass through the hole from the other side to make a loop like this. See? Then make sure this seed bead in the middle of the string. The reason why I use a seed bead instead of the crimp bead is because of the monofilament string is very delicate, and when you use the crimp bead and then crimp the crimp bead with chain nose plier, sometimes you accidentally cut the monofilament string. To avoid that, I prefer to use the seed bead as a crimp. It's not the crimp beads, but it's same as crimp bead. So now my loop is like this small. It's very small. Maybe it's difficult to see, but same as usual that we do for the crimp bead. Pick the one side of the string and pass through this loop. Then pull it. Then put them together and pass through this crumb shell from this side, the V side, to the other. You can use the GS Hypo cement here, but in this case we don't have any knot or anything, so I'm not going to use. But if you prefer to do that, you can do that too. So I'm going to close it. Then again, put the two strings together, pick one seed bead, then bring it back to right next to the crumb shell. And now you're going to separate two strings and pick 3 each of seed bead on both sides. Then pick one 4mm bead, then pass the left string through it. This time make sure this pearl is in the middle of the motif. Then pick one 4mm bead with right string, one with your left string, pick another one with your right string, then pass the left string through it. We will keep doing this figure 8 motion until we will use up all 4mm Swarovski pearl, but I will show you one more time. One on your right, one on your left, then pick another one with your right string, then pass the left string through it. So we will keep repeating the same pattern until you finish all 157 4mm pearls. I finished all pattern right here using 157 4mm pearl, and now I'm going to finish this end. To do that, do the same thing that we did at the beginning. Pick 3 seed beads on your right and pick 3 seed beads on your left, and then put them together. Then pick one seed bead with 2 strings together, then put those 2 strings through the hole of the crumb shell from the bottom. Then pick one seed bead with your right string and tie the square knot. You can just put the hypo cement right here and close it, cut it, but I prefer to make it a little bit more secure. To do that, you need to pass through those strings through this hole and bring it out. To the place we already weaved. This. Then pass through this seed bead. Then go through all those 3 seed beads again. And then do the same thing with the other side of the string. Pass through here. Then pass through this seed bead here. Then this side is going to the other side of the 3 seed beads. Now I'm going to put the hypocement right here. Then I'm going to close it. This. Then after that, I'm going to cut this string with the flash cutter. So now we just made a base part. Then we're going to start decorating this fringe using the 60 inches long monofilament string. To do this, you need to pass through this very first pearl right here. Then I forgot the one thing. Not only the fringe on the bottom, we actually add seed bead in between the pearls on the top of the choker here. So we will do this thing first. So you need to pull out the string a little longer this whole entire length, like this much. It's easy to adjust that later, so it's not big deal if you make it shorter or longer. But all you need to do is just pass through the pearl right next to it on the top, right here. Then pick one seed bead, then pass the next pearl through, like this. Then pick another seed bead and pass through the next pearl. And we just keep doing the same thing until you reach to the other side. I repeated the same action up to here. Then this will be the last seed bead that I'm adding here. So after that, you can rest this string. Then we will move on to make the fringe. As I mentioned a little while ago, it's easy to move this string still, just pulling the other side of the string. So make sure you have at least 3 inches long left right here. Otherwise, while you're working, you will lose the string and start losing those seed beads. Now we are moving towards the bottom part, and to make that fringe, what we need to do is pick 10 seed bead with this string. We only have one string now. Then pick one 4mm Swarovski crystal. Pick one 6mm pearl. Then pick another 4mm bead. Then this time we are going to pick 8 seed beads. After pick 8 seed bead, we are going to pass through this 1, 2, 3, 4 fourth pearl on the bottom from right to left, like this. Since this string is pretty long, it might be difficult to work with, but gently pull the string to make sure it won't tangle anywhere. Then we will repeat the same thing. Pick 10 seed beads. Then pick one 4mm Swarovski bead, one 6mm pearl, one 4mm bead, then again 8 seed bead, and this time we are going to skip 2 beads, then pass through the right, from the right to left of this third pearl, like this. I will repeat one more time. Just 10. Pick up 10 seed beads. Then one Swarovski bead, one pearl, one Swarovski bead. Then put 8 seed beads. Then pass those 2 pearls, and then third one passing through from right to left, like this. Please repeat the same pattern 5 more times to make total of 8 of those patterns. I repeated same pattern total of 8 times, and now what I'm going to do is make this part will be the center of the choker, so I will make it a little bit different in the center. What I'm going to do is pick 10 seed bead, same as before. Then do the same thing here. Then after this, this time we are going to put 10 seed bead, not 8 seed beads, 10 seed beads. Then skip 2 pearls and third one from right to left. This, and from here I'm going to make this loop to be crossed under this center part. So what I need to do is first I'm going to put the 8 seed beads first. Then 1 Swarovski, 1 pearl, 1 Swarovski beads. Then pick 10 this time. So we are doing the opposite from what we've done up to here. Then after this we are going to pass the string under the loop here. So this way this center piece will be flapping like this and everything is coming under that. So we're gonna skip 2 beads, then third one from right to left, and do the same thing. 8 beads, 8 seed beads first, then do the same thing. Then 10 seed beads. Then we will go under this. Like this, and keep repeating the same thing until you reach to the very end of this necklace. I come to the very end of the necklace, and what I need to do is pass through this very last pearl like this. Then we are going to tie the knot with the string we put in the rest. Then just pass through this one side of this string, pass through several beads up here. If you don't mind, you can do as many as you want. Will be more steady. And I tell you almost every video, but you need to finish the string right after passing the bigger beads, which is the pearl beads right here. And then do the other side also. through here, then go down several beads. And make sure that you're gonna go through the bigger beads this time, which is this pearl. So after this, you can cut the string with a flash cutter. Then we are going to attach those extender and spring ring, but make sure this will be in the center. And if you are right-handed, you're going to wear the necklace like this way. So put the spring ring to the right side when you wear. That way easy to put on and take off. If it's a left spring ring on the left side, you will have tough time to put it on and take off by yourself. It's a small detail, but it makes a big difference. Then put the extender with the jump ring on the other side. And then now we just made beautiful classic pearl choker.